DZRJ 810 AM, the voice of the Philippines, proudly presents Etc. 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 with Nicole Jacinto. Explore the many sides of the Philippines, a touch of comedy, music, and provoking thoughts. And now, here's your host, Nicole Jacinto.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Etc. 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 right here on DZRJ 810 AM, the voice of the Philippines. Well, it's October 5. It's a Wednesday. Lots of things going on. But today on the program, I have two very special guests in the booth. I'm glad to have them over. I have John Laurel and Ino Siwego, right?
Yeah.
They pronounce it correctly?
Yep.
Okay. They're from the company, or they're with the company Spyglass. Now, you know what? Today, actually, folks, I was excited to have them over on the program because there are times when you can talk about things. We talk about things that are fun sometimes on this program. We talk about things that are deep. We talk about technology sometimes, even though I'm not a techie at all. But today, we're going to talk about a product or a service that actually you may not actually have the need for it yourselves, but you can see how important it is actually in terms of it being used for not only for business or commercial ventures, but we'll get into its other uses as well. So anyway, they're with the company Spyglass, and let me ask you guys, if you can hear that, that's an ambulance from outside or something, or a fire truck. Let me just ask you guys, John and Ino, when I think of Spyglass, I think of the old term like for binoculars or a telescope.
Yes, yes.
So, what exactly do you do? Let's talk about the service that you offer. Just right off the bat, let's just go with it and tell us what Spyglass is all about, and then we'll get into it after that.
Okay, well, Spyglass is basically
That's a nice voice you have, John. Really made for radio, huh?
Yeah, well, I might consider doing part-time DJing if I can apply, since you're the station manager.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not?
Yeah, but I'm with my partner. It might take away my time from flying the helicopter. No, just kidding. Well, anyway, going back to your question. Spyglass is an aerial videography and photography services company. And what that means is we're offering a service. Well, basically, our product is our service, and the service is we can provide our clients with an economical and versatile way to promote whatever it is that they want to promote, their products, whether it be real estate, whether it be film, advertising, commercials, and
so there's
other technical stuff.
Real estate, film, even advertising, commercials.
A sample of the movies that have utilized remote control helicopters with a camera ship is like Van Helsing, if you noticed.
Yes, I actually.
The chase scenes with the vampires and yeah.
Okay, let me just talk about your product, which is your service exactly. You have remote controlled operated helicopters.
Correct. He's the guy who makes
you have the remote controlled operated helicopters, and it takes aerial videos and photographs. So you can send it to an area, and it can take pictures from above.
Yeah, actually the remote controlled helicopter has a special camera mounted to it, which carries the camera and the video downlink. It is through the video downlink that the camera operator is able to see what the camera sees.
Okay.
So he's able to focus the camera towards the target subject.
Okay. Now the reason why I said earlier this is a fun thing for me to talk about is because now when I was a kid, we had remote controlled helicopters, remote controlled planes, toy planes, cars,
robots.
And now robots, yes. Some people also you remote control. No, I'm just kidding.
True.
So actually, what you've done here is, I think it will speak to a lot of people because especially for people my age, a bit younger, and even a bit older. And I won't tell you what my age is, but you guys know already, those listening out there, because I've said it so many times. It's a fun thing when you think about it, and yet here you are using it and utilizing it for business purposes. Now, for example, one thing you said earlier, real estate. John mentioned real estate, because In talking with one of our life coaches here, Pete Morato, he was saying like when you, for example, if you're a real estate developer
Yes.
and you need to know the lay of the land, you usually ride a helicopter, and it costs so much because you have to
Yeah.
rent the helicopter.
Anywhere between 40 to 60,000
wow,
an hour.
an hour because of the
Yes.
gasoline, the machine,
Pilot,
the
yes.
pilot. So, but
And there is also this restrictions being imposed by the Civil Aviation Authority
okay,
that the full-scale aircraft
Cannot fly too low.
cannot fly too low, not
Mm-hmm.
less than 500 feet.
And in certain areas, they can't fly too low in certain areas.
okay,
Yeah.
and you need to fly low sometimes in order to take the pictures that you need
Yes.
to get the lay of the
Yeah.
land. And then you mentioned earlier film and advertising, and commercials. We'll get to that a little bit later, after we take a break. And you mentioned the film Van Helsing. I want to talk about that a little
Sure,
bit
sure.
also later. I actually I love that film. I even bought the DVD, even though I watched it
Because
with
of Hugh Jackman?
I just love Van Helsing actually, the idea of Van Helsing, and then yes, Hugh Jackman also, and Kate. My God, I forgot her last
Beckinsale.
name. Yes,
Beckinsale.
Beckinsale.
Yes.
But I watched it with a cousin of mine who's one of my best friends, and she was really irritated because I think they were going for a campy sort of version of Van Helsing. Like somehow we're talking about here like the other parts of the movie and not the video or anything, but like
The
some of
stories.
the story and the dialogue was a little bit annoying to her, but I
Mm-hmm.
just enjoyed it, and for that but I like the movie. I'll just shut off my brain and enjoy the whole
Yeah,
thing.
to
'Cause
each his own.
I saw it as a comedy, really. Although usually I'm the one complaining about the dialogue was stupid.
dialogue
How
was
could they say that? All these things. But see, this machine, and this product that you have, and the service that you offer, has really been used a lot, and we're not even aware of its uses. So I want to talk more about that part later.
Sure.
Like we see it on TV and in film and all of that. We just touched on real estate, but it's time for a short break. If you guys want to join the conversation or make any comments or ask any questions, call us at 897-8374 or 895-4460. And if you are not listening via your traditional radio sets, you're probably tuned in through Facebook at facebook.com/DZRJ 810 a.m. Or you may be tuned in through Ustream, especially if you're in New York, Vegas, or California, where we have some friends who are tuned in. Hello to all of you. Good morning. It's already morning there, I think, or it's about to be morning. Well, it's around 2 a.m. in New York, and it's about 1 or midnight in the Vegas or California area, or either that, it's just a little before midnight. So if it's still evening, I'm sorry, good evening to you, and you should probably be going to sleep after the program. Don't
It won't
sleep
matter
during the
because
program.
there are a lot of insomniacs in the US anyway.
That's right. And you know what? Speaking about that, I just had some coffee, so I just want to tell the listeners out there, the hardest part of the day for all of us, for most of us, is over. You know what the hardest part of the day is? Actually waking up and getting out of bed. So it should be a good day after that. Pretty much whatever happens, you'll be able to handle it. Anyway, before we go into our first short break, let me read out the first few horoscopes for today, October 5, Wednesday, 2011. Okay, Aries, you need to show others the way today. Your mental energy helps you see shortcuts and opportunities where others only see confusion. Make sure that your people are paying attention. I spoke to an Aries earlier.
I'm an
and
Aries.
You're an Aries, okay. So I should go to you for advice. See?
Oh.
Opportunities or other people will see confusion. Taurus, you have every right to be upset with the way things have been going today, but your energy is wrong for confronting the weirdness. Actually, I spoke to Taurus earlier also. See, Taurus, just relax. Anyway, it says here in your horoscope, they're just trying to get you to freak out anyway. You know what? That's this Taurus, I know. They're just trying to get you to freak out. Forget the people at work. Don't worry about it. Gemini, you are finding it much easier to get along with people who might not share much in common with you, even a language. Wow. Your great social energy makes it simple to understand almost everyone. Cancer, you can't win an emotional argument today. Not because you're wrong, but because people are focusing on their left brains today. If you push their rational buttons, you can come out ahead. So Cancer, argue on a rational and logical level and not with your emotions. Anyway, those are your first few horoscopes for the day. We'll be back with John and Ino to talk more about Spyglass after we return from this short break. Stay tuned to etc. right here on DZRJ 810 a.m., the voice of the Philippines.